okay, my residency in Las Vegas.
Oh, yes.
After working, so I ain't completely lost it. After working probably 15 years on the road, I said, well, let me go do my own thing. I'm going to go out and reinvent the brand. So I went out to every comedy club in America. Building the brand back up, being on the Tom Joyner Morning Show, being on the Steve Harvey Show, being on my own show in Chicago, WGCI. In New York City, I did radio. So I had fans on radio, television, and the movies. So I want to build my own brand. I did every comedy club and sold out everywhere. Then I started a tour with me and J. Anthony Brown and quite a few other comedians. And I was selling out to Atlanta Civic Arena, and we're doing 2 shows a night. And some night I was still getting cheated, but I was making as much as $129,000 a night for these arenas. And I was promoting the show and on the show, and I was learning. Walter Latham, the guy that produced the guy, Kings of Comedy.
Absolutely.
He was my executive promoter. He says, "You're going to learn everything and fire me, aren't you?" My dumb ass says, "Yep." And I fired him. And the show started to go down after that. Now, what you need to learn when you're young is do what you do. You're not a promoter. He's in the promoting business. You need help sometime. He knew how to promote more than I did. All I know how to do is tell jokes and write checks. So when you don't work with a promoter and you go into a territory, they can shoot you down like you won't believe. They know people. It's like doing these concerts that we do now. You see us out on these big concerts, Mike and Samoa and me and Chris Tucker and what's his name in the morning?
Ricky Smiley.
Ricky Smiley. All of us on the same show. These guys have a connection with the agents and with the owners of the venues. If you go against them, they have a way of cutting you down. So when I said I'm going to start producing my own comedy shows at these arenas, all of a sudden my ticket sales go nowhere. And people say, "We want to come, but the show is sold out." Well, what the fuck you mean sold out? We got another 5,000 seats to sell. What are you talking about? They get together. They know each other. It's like a system. They can talk to each other, put down in the show in the system. Ticketmasters, sold out. Any kind of way, they can block you. So I'm not saying he did that, but I did need his help. I'm sorry to this day that I didn't let him continue to promote my shows, because he could have turned it into Kings of Comedy back then. We were the first one to go out there and do those shows. But you know, when you find out little things like they have ways of taking money from you, they would charge me $25, 25 cents for every head that came into the arena, 25 cents for insurance, 25 cents per head. So you're gonna go, damn, $3,000 just for insurance each night? And at the time when I was learning, I didn't know you could buy an insurance policy for the whole year for every show you do. Mm. So that was like money, just like an extra $200,000 or $300,000 just going toward a system, a cheap system that they could make money. And I could just buy one insurance policy. You learn as you go. So my point I'm making here is that it's not only a show, it's a business.
Absolutely. Now, what made you fire Walter? Was it the fact that you had to cut him a check and you was like, I could save that money?
You went out there. You went out. Is that me or you?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I can hear
you.
So
I didn't fire him. I just started doing my own shows.
Okay.
This is the worst thing. I thought I knew everything, Mr. Smart Ass, because I do get things done when I want to do it. And let me just say this, I was successful at it, but I could have been better off had I stuck with him. Okay, when I got to Las Vegas, Nevada, doing my own show, George Wallace coming in, and I worked for a producer there for 3 months. He wasn't doing the right thing, promoting right. Because if there was anything I knew about advertising and putting your business in the street, so we wasn't making any money. I said, well, let me take over this damn thing. At the Flamingo Hotel, 800 seats every night. So it started off a little slow and started to build 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And the president of the hotel came to me and says, you ain't going nowhere. Because you know what I did? My system was that I'm going to go to every concierge in every hotel in the city and shake their hand and let them know that there's a show in Las Vegas. And it had nothing to do with being an African-American, but being the only African-American. And all of the African-American people coming to Las Vegas knew me from Tom Joyner Morning Show. They knew me from Arsenio Hall and all of the black shows there. And being the only one And I got in there, and the next thing you know, 90 days, 1 year, 3 years, I was there for 10 years at the Flamingo. And I did not work for the hotel. I owned the show.
Wow.
I rented the room out. That's called full wall, and you do everything. I do the marketing, I do the advertising, I do the directing, lighting. I had 26 people working for me every night. And I had people coming in the room from everywhere. George Wallace show, fresh and different because I didn't know what was happening. Everybody would come to my show from Aretha Franklin, got up on the stage and say, Tom Jones, man with the big, ladies go crazy over him. I had a group called War, they opened for me. There's a group called Sly and the Family Stone.
Wow.
Hadn't been on stage in 25 years. They came and worked for me. And I'm smart enough to know I'm opening tonight, they're closing. And the show would be different all the time. I mean, you don't know what was going to happen at the show because I was crazy, man. I was giving away trips around the world. I was giving away it was like a variety show. And I had all of the singles, people just having fun, and I made a lot of money. And I would thank God every night for people like Red Fox, Sammy Davis Jr., and Lena Horne for paving a way for me to come in and work a show like the Flamingo. And I used to tell the people I honor them so much because they worked here and they can even come through the front door to work this very stage that I'm standing on. I thank God for them for opening up a paving way for me because they had to go through the kitchen to come out and work on this thing. And I said, if they were alive today, Red Fox, Lena Horne, Sammy Davis Jr., if they were alive today, they'd be surprised, wouldn't they? And the audience go, yes, they would. Yeah, you have to know we're still going through that same damn kitchen. You know, the entertainers, they still got to go through the kitchen, no matter who you are. We still got to go through the kitchen. But man, what an honor it is. And I left Las Vegas. I did that for 10 years. My best friend Seinfeld walked out on stage one night with me, and he said, "All right, we've been here 10 years. We're out of here."
What made you end the show?
Well, it was time to reinvent the brand again because I didn't know kids like you. I had to go out and get a new market of young people. Plus, our business center was like, he stopped this show after 9 years. Do something new, get into something new. And I had accomplished my goal. My goal was to work Las Vegas. And then they gave me the title of the new Mr. Las Vegas.
That's right.
The new Mr. Las Vegas. So I had worked as, okay, let's get back out. Let's get back into these movies and just for the awareness. I never wanted to be any superstar or anything like that. I just want to work. And today I am the most successful entertainer you have ever met. People don't understand when I say that. It's not how much money you make. It's how you enjoy your life while you're living. So I've lived and worked so long, I got enough money, I could retire tomorrow. I won't ever have to work again in my life. I can do anything I want to do. I bought real estate all over the world. I'm just in a good position.
Hey, talk about that, because I feel like that's something that enough people don't know about.